everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very special video, and that is introducing our new puppy. Okay. He sees that I have his little Kong here, so we're gonna do this to get him to sit still for a little bit here. Sorry if you can hear the peanut butter ASMR. I'm going to give you a bunch of information on him because finally we have a dog of our own. As you guys know, if you've been following the channel for a while, I've been talking about getting a puppy for a very long time, probably since even starting this channel. As you guys know, we do have a family dog, Sedona, who lives down the road, but she belongs to my parents, and so she lives with my parents full time. So Genn is our first puppy together, Brian and I. A little bit more about him. He is a purebred AKC and NAVDA registered German short-haired pointer. He is named after, his name is Genn, he is named after a character from the game World of Warcraft. Genn Greymane is his name. And the reason why we chose that name is because the game is very significant to us. If you've seen our relationship tag video, I think it was, I talk a little bit about how Brian and I met. We actually met on the game, so it is very significant to us, holds a very special place in our hearts. So we wanted him to have a World of Warcraft inspired name. Pretty much a spitting image of his mom compared to his dad. His dad is a lot darker, and his registered name is Steinhoff's Full Moon Night, and there's a story behind that as well. He was born on April Fool's Day, so we wanted a April Fool's inspired registered name. And Full Moon Night is actually a song that both Brian and I enjoy. It is by a Korean band. It's like very unflattering angles, I'm so sorry, but this is the only way he'll sit here. He is currently 13 weeks old. We are hoping to show him in obedience, agility, dock diving trials. We want to do everything with him. We also hope to bring him hunting. We're hoping to hunt small game with him. Whatever we do hunt will be used to feed both him and all the ferrets as well. So we take that very seriously. We find it to be really important to know where their food comes from. Next fact is he will remain intact. If you don't know what that means, he will not be neutered. I actually have an article on my website all on why we are keeping him intact, which I do encourage you read. It is a personal choice that we do not take lightly. He is an extremely light sleeper. It is one of the things that I wish he wasn't because like if we're sleeping on the couch or just anywhere, if I get up or make even like a tiny noise, I turn around and he's at my feet. I mean, there are moments where he goes into a deep sleep, usually after like a really long hike. Honestly, from this angle, it looks like I'm feeding a baby. Like I'm feeding a baby from a bottle. I just realized that, oh my God. Anyways, he is a mama's boy. He loves both Brian and I, but he is a mama's boy. He loves learning and practicing tricks. He's really good at them. He's so smart for his age, in my opinion. He already knows sit, stay, down, weave, middle, touch, kiss. There's a bunch of stuff that he knows and he is currently working on, and there are just moments that he has where he's just like amazing, and it doesn't even feel like I'm working with a puppy. And then there are also moments where he totally forgets everything that I've ever taught him. He loves the ferrets a bit too much. He is a little bit too much for them right now. Appa gets along with him the best. He kind of tolerates him the best, but it's something that we've been working on every single day just to get him used to being around the ferrets. It's not going to happen overnight, nor is it going to happen in a couple weeks either. It's something that we just constantly work on. The ferrets are obviously not in any danger around him, but he's just a little much. He doesn't really understand his size, and he loves them so much and he wants to play with them all the time. He is a big snuggler, which is pretty common to this breed. He loves to snuggle on the couch, in the bed. He is such a huge snuggler. He has a couple no-no objects that he is not allowed to have, but he loves to get them anyways, and that would be sticks. He's obsessed with eating, like fully consuming sticks. Pretty much anything outside, leaves, flowers, he'll eat them, and cat poop as well. That's like his #1 delicacy. He doesn't eat the ferret poop, surprisingly. I guess I'll talk a little bit about when Brian and I went to go meet him, because all of the puppies were selected by the breeder to go with certain families. We were very blessed to have the pick of the litter. That is Genn. He's the best, you know, conformation-wise and all that great stuff. But when we went to go meet him, we had, or at least I did, I had these visions of, you know, my puppy like locking eyes with me and like running up to me, and it being like this beautiful special moment where we just like know that that is our puppy. That didn't really happen when we went to go meet him. All of his siblings were very, very excited to see us and to greet us and jump on us and just interact with us. Genn was the total opposite. He was the only one that wanted nothing to do with us. He was very still attached to the breeder, and he was okay if we, you know, picked him up and held him and play with him, but he just kind of was like more like a wallflower than the other ones. His siblings were absolutely crazy. He was definitely the most mellow out of all of them. He wasn't super bitey like the others were. He wasn't all up in our space, which is also, I guess, a really nice thing. I mean, that's how he is now because he is a 13-week-old puppy, but yeah, it was definitely a different experience than what I was expecting. Of course, you know, we get along great now, and he is obsessed with us, and we have a really good bond. He loves hiking and walking. I mean, he's very, very good at it. His leash skills are improving, and he does really, really well outside on hikes. His only issue is when we walk by bikers. When bikers go by, he's like, oh my god, moving object, I want to chase it. So that's something that we are actively working on, as well as just walking by people and dogs and not greeting them, because, you know, everyone sees a puppy and they're like, oh my god, cute puppy, can I say hi to your puppy? If it's happening every single time, it gets to the point where he anticipates it with every person and every dog, and that's not going to be the case, especially as he gets older. He's getting better at being in water. Originally, which is pretty common in young puppies, he was not super keen on swimming, which was something that we wanted to get him used to ASAP, because that is going to be a part of his hunt training, is going into water. So that is something that we're working on, and he is actually really enjoying it now, so that's good. However, he still doesn't like rain, and he doesn't like walking in wet, cold grass, which, I mean, I don't either. Doggy friends are Sedona. He gets along so well with her. At first, it took a bit for Sedona to kind of like warm up and be like, who is this guy? Like, why is he getting all the attention? This is really weird. But with each time I brought him over, they were roughhousing. She's teaching him boundaries. She's teaching him how to be a dog. When they go on walks together, he has to sniff everything that she sniffs. He has to drink from the water dish when she drinks from the water dish. We also have, that I know of, 2 other German Shorthair pointers in the neighborhood, so he has played with both of them, and he had a really, really good time playing with them. They just really match play styles very well, of course, because they're the same breed, even though one of them is like 18 weeks old now, I think, and the other one is an adult. He's also really, really good in the car, which is something that I really appreciate. I have heard stories from people who have dogs that have car sickness that can't even drive 5 minutes down the road without throwing up everywhere, and I'm just so grateful that Genn is really good in the car. We have a couple really long road trips coming up this month. About 2 weeks we are driving 6 to 7 hours, so that's going to be a long one, and then we're also doing another road trip shortly after that. He loves all food. He has been raw fed since he came home, and he's just been really, really enjoying it. He genuinely loves all of his meals. Anything that I give him, he will eat and love. And that is pretty much all that I know about Genn right now. We're still kind of getting used to each other, but I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience when I first got him. I talked a little bit about it on my Instagram, but and I've mentioned this before on my channel, especially when getting like a new ferret, you can experience something called ferret blues, as I call it. It's just like puppy blues, and I genuinely did not think that I was going to get puppy blues, because I was prepared for this. I had been doing all of my research, getting everything ready, having the diet prepared. I had all these books. You guys know that's what I do. I prepare and I research. But I was hit so hard with the puppy blues. Obviously, I wasn't like wanting to bring him back or anything like that. Just going from having a couple ferrets that really don't get into much trouble, that sleep for a lot of the day, which he sleeps for a lot of the day, but not as much as the ferrets do. It was, you know, this really, really cute, adorable puppy. Everyone loved him, but I was having a really hard time kind of creating that bond. It was a part of our journey, and we are over that, thankfully. I wanted to mention it because it's normal, even for the people who are completely prepared because it is a big adjustment. But yeah, that is our new puppy Genn, who you will be seeing a lot on this channel going forward. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Don't forget to leave a comment, hit like, and I will see you in my next video. Hope you have an amazing day. Bye guys.